Welcome to the Virtual Card Numbers, also known as VCN, training by the Department of General Services Statewide Travel Program. At the end of this training, we will provide our contact information for the Statewide Travel Program, as well as the contact information for the CalTravelStore, the State of California's contracted travel agency. Please keep in mind that your department may have its own internal policies related to your travel. Please refer all questions regarding internal department policies to your agency's travel coordinator. Let's briefly look at the agenda for today's meeting. First, we'll go over the benefits of VCN. Then we're going to explain the concept of virtual cards and how they work. We'll go over the mobile app available for travelers from our partner, Confirma, that will aid travelers while on the road. After that, we'll get into the making reservations, changes and cancellations, and the check-in and check-out process. Finally, we'll discuss some situational scenarios that you may encounter while traveling and discuss how to handle them. By rolling out VCN, the state now has the ability to direct bill the three most costly components of business travel: air, car, and hotel. Currently, the state is direct billing airfare and car rentals, but travelers are still required to pay out of pocket for lodging and wait for reimbursement. Reimbursement times vary by department. However, it can take up to 60 days to receive a reimbursement. For many state employees, this is an unfeasible amount of time to flow the state's funds to do their job. Having lodging billed directly to the department significantly reduces the burden on the traveler and will reduce the reimbursement request by hundreds, possibly thousands of dollars each month. The VCN program is not only beneficial to the travelers, but to travel coordinators and accounting staff as well. Using VCN program means travel coordinators and managers no longer have to manually fill out the credit card authorization forms on behalf of the travelers. With the use of VCNs, travel advances will also reduce significantly. Accounting staff also has the ability to capture more information to reconcile payments than ever before. So what are virtual cards? Virtual cards are a unique single-use ghost card used to direct bill your room, tax, and any charges. Minus the physicality, virtual cards are identical to a credit card found in your wallet. For each reservation made, you will have a unique virtual card complete with a 16-digit credit card number, expiration date, and CVV code. Each virtual card will also display your department's name and a MasterCard logo. After the reservation ends and the VCN is charged, the card dies and will not be used again. Upon making your hotel reservation, the process will start all over again, and a brand new virtual card will be created and deployed for your hotel booking. In addition to the benefits VCN provides to travelers in accounting, there are also built-in controls that greatly reduce the possibility of fraud. The lack of physicality alone is one of those controls. Because a card cannot be stolen in the traditional sense, we're already cutting down a significant source of credit card fraud. Here are some of the other controls we have in place. Virtual card numbers are merchant category code specific for hotel properties only. This means that the virtual card can only be charged at the hotel property. Any other charge types, such as retail locations, online purchases, gas or other food and goods, or services and goods, will be declined automatically. Second, virtual cards are amount specific. The VCN will pay for room, tax, and any resort fees for the days that you will be staying at the property. Any charges outside of that amount that exceed the amount specific control will cause the card to decline. As a virtual card number will cover your room, taxes, and any resort fees, you will still need to provide your personal credit card to cover any incidentals and parking. While it may be possible to charge parking to the virtual card in the future, for the time being, you will still need to have it charged to your personal card and seek reimbursement as you have been doing. Additionally, if you recall from the previous slide, all virtual cards are MasterCard branded. When you provide the hotel with your personal card for incidentals and parking, we suggest to use a different credit card type, such as a Visa, American Express, or Discover card. This will allow you to definitively distinguish which credit card is going to have the room, tax, and resort fees, and which one should have your incidentals and parking when you are looking at your hotel receipts at checkout. Third, your virtual credit card will be date specific to the period around the reservation. The virtual card can only be charged by the hotel 5 days prior to the check-in and 5 days after the checkout process. We call this the 5x5 rule. Any charges outside of this window will cause the card to decline. That being said, the card will still be available to apply any credits up to 12 months after the checkout. As a traveler, you can still reserve the hotel as far out in advance as your department allows. All this means is that the hotel cannot charge the virtual card until 5 days prior to your check-in. This also prevents charges from hitting the Citibank statement in the wrong billing cycle. All of these security controls have been seamlessly implemented in the background without any action needed by you, the traveler. They are in place throughout the booking, travel, and reconciliation process to protect both the traveler and the department. Let's now look at an overview of how these processes work while using VCN. To use VCN for your lodging, you will need to either book your hotel stay in Concur or call the CalTravelStore. Once your hotel reservation is made, our virtual payment provider, Confirma, will deploy a virtual card and transmit the credit card authorization form containing the full 16-digit credit card number to the hotel via fax or email. Confirma has a working relationship with both Citibank and CalTravelStore and works in the background in unison with these services. At check-in at the front desk, they should be able to let you know that the room, taxes, and any resort fees have been paid for via the aforementioned credit card authorization form. They will simply ask you for your ID and your personal credit card to apply any incidental or parking charges. At checkout, the traveler should receive 2 separate hotel folios, one for the incidentals and parking, and the other for the room, tax, and resort fees. The traveler can then do a quick self-audit to confirm that the correct charges are on the correct form of payment and make any changes if needed before leaving the front desk. After confirming all the charges are accurate, the employee will need to make the folio available to the accounting department as soon as possible. Some departments may require travelers to provide hard copies of hotel folios to accounting, but most will be able to upload them to Confirmatory Mobile App or by forwarding the folio to a centralized email address determined by your accounting office. Please refer to your department's travel coordinator or manager for further information about this process for your department. Getting the hotel folio to accounting in a timely manner is an important requirement of VCN. Unlike the reimbursement process, this hotel charge is now an invoice that your department's accounting unit must pay for on time every month. In order to reconcile the charge, it is the State Controller's Office requirement that a hotel folio is provided. If a folio is not provided by the end of the statement cycle, accounting will not be able to pay the bill on time. Now that we've seen an overview of the process, let's look at some of these steps in more detail. In the next slide, we'll look at an example of a credit card authorization form noted in step 2 of the previous slide. Here we have a real-world sample of a VCN card authorization form. If you have ever manually filled out a credit card authorization form for a hotel, this will look all too familiar. Starting from the top, we will have all the contact information for CalTravelStore in case the hotel has any issues with a virtual card or has any questions. Below that, the hotel will see the full reservation and department details, including your department's billing address. The hotel will also see the rules and restrictions we noted earlier, such as the 5x5 rule, and what can and cannot be charged to the VCN card. Finally, we will provide the full credit card details for the hotel to use to charge. Easy, right? This form exists to streamline everything for the hotel. Now we'll look at the Confirmatory Mobile App, which will assist the traveler during the check-in and checkout process to ensure they have equally streamlined experience. The Confirmatory Mobile App is available in both iOS App Store and Google Play for Android. If you have a department-issued smartphone, please check with your IT department to ensure the mobile app is loaded on your phone or included in your list of allowed apps. If you are using your personal smartphone, you are free to download the mobile app at any time. For employees concerned about using data from their personal data plan, Statewide Travel Program has looked at the amount of data used to access the mobile app. We estimate that it would take over 1,000 virtual card deployments to use 1 megabyte of data, so you should run into zero issues in this regard. A registration guide will be provided as a supplement to this training video. The only item we want to underscore at this time is the importance of using the correct email address when registering the Confirmapay app. In order for the mobile app to speak to the CalTravelStore and import your virtual card information, you must use the same business email address to register for the Confirmapay app that is currently registered on your Concur profile. Finally, the Confirm and Pay mobile app is not a requirement to use VCN, but it is very highly recommended. We'll get into some reasons why when we discuss the check-in and check-out process and the reconciliation process shortly. Making reservations for lodging remains largely the same. You can reserve online on our online booking tool called Concur, or you can contact the CalTravelStore at 877-454-8785 and let the travel agent know that you would like the hotel to be paid virtually. The only change will be for the non-profiled travelers, those that do not have a Concur profile. This could be a commissioner or a board member that doesn't travel enough to warrant a Concur profile, or even an interviewee that needs to book a room for a night. For any traveler without a Concur profile, you must call the CalTravelStore to book a hotel and pay for it using the virtual card. Continuing with reservations, this is what the final reservation screen in Concur will look like. Just like airfare and car rentals, no payment method needs to be selected. Your department's Concur site is now defaulted to guarantee the room with a virtual credit card that will be automatically deployed to the hotel that you reserve and paid for by the department. This charge will not require any work on your part within your Concur profile. Everything will be handled by CalTravelStore in the background. Simply review the room rate and note the cancellation policy, then click Reserve. Once your department turns on VCN, you may remove your personal credit card from your Concur profile if you still have it there. Speaking of changes and cancellations, let's quickly go through this process. Any pre-trip changes or cancellations should be done in Concur. Simply find your trip in your trip library and make the changes the way you would normally. If you are mid-trip, you will need to call the CalTravelStore to speak to a travel agent. As we discussed earlier, virtual cards are both date and amount specific. CalTravelStore must extend the date range in which the hotel can charge the virtual card, as well as adjust the amount of credit on the card. While the hotel can extend the reservations for you, they cannot make the aforementioned adjustments. Because of this, you must contact the CalTravelStore to make changes, or the virtual card will decline and a personal credit card will be required to pay for the room. Keep in mind, using virtual card payments doesn't change the hotel's cancellation policy either, or any department policies related to booking lodging. If you are a no-show without a compelling business reason, you may be responsible for reimbursing the state for any cancellation fees. With VCN, we're simply changing the method of payment. We've tackled everything prior to arriving to the hotel. Now we'll go through the check-in process and continue from there. Upon check-in, hotel front desk staff should confirm your room and any resort fees and taxes have been pre-authorized by the department's VCN. When speaking to the front desk staff, we recommend using terms such as pre-authorized, prepaid, or company paid. Stay away from using terms like virtual cards, which are generally used by third-party travel vendors like Expedia or Booking.com, etc. If you tell the front desk staff your room and tax were paid using a virtual card, they will often think you are referring to one of those third-party travel companies and not the state of California. This can cause some confusion and delay your check-in. Pre-authorized, prepaid, and company paid will tell the hotel exactly what they need to know. The traveler will be required to present a personal card for incidentals and any parking charges if applicable. If the front desk staff cannot locate the credit card authorization form, use the Confirmatory Mobile App mentioned earlier to aid with your check-in process. Open your Confirmatory Mobile App and resend your authorization form directly from your phone. Now we'll go through how to handle the process or the situation if you do not have a mobile app. There are two different options if you do not have the mobile app and need to check in. The first, you can call the CalTravelStore at 877-454-8785 and request that they resend the VCN authorization form. They can also give you the credit card information over the phone, and oftentimes the hotel will be willing to just keep the information from there. The second option is that you can present the Confirmatory payment out voucher. This voucher is emailed to you before traveling, along with the Concur itinerary that's emailed to you once the booking is completed. The payment voucher will contain your reservation number, as well as the full virtual card payment details that have already been sent securely to the hotel property. The card details associated with the booking in the hotel reservation system will match the last 4 digits and the expiration date in the payment voucher. You will then simply be able to provide your credit card for incidentals, and your identification. As for the travelers using the mobile app, you will have full access to your booking details without needing to call or bring a piece of paper to the hotel property. On the left, this is the Confirmapay home screen that you will see after logging in. Before we get deeper, please note that there's a briefcase icon on the upper right-hand side of the home screen. Clicking here will show you all past and future trips. This information will remain available to you as long as you have access to this account. Now back to the home screen. Let's try to check into the DoubleTree by Hilton in Fresno. We're at the front desk and the hotel does not have an authorization form containing the virtual credit card information for your hotel stay. We will need to get that information to the hotel. So from the home screen, select DoubleTree by Hilton Fresno and we'll move to the middle screen. Here you will see the credit card details including this full 16-digit credit card number, expiration date, and CVV code. At the bottom of the screen, you will select the big blue button that says Send Authorization. Note, Confirma is a UK-based company, so you may encounter some slight grammatical and spelling quirks. You will then be taken to the third screen where you can have your authorization form resent. Tapping the fax reroute revoked will resend the authorization form to the original fax or email address that the hotel has set up. If for some reason they are still not receiving it, you can ask for an alternative fax number or email address. You can also fax or email the confirmation to yourself and print it out if needed. This will be a much more efficient process than calling CalTravelStore and will get you into your room far quicker. Two quick things to add. First, on the middle screen, you will see at the very bottom a button that says View Message History. This will let you examine the successful or failed transmission of the authorization form. If the transmission continues to fail, request an alternative email from the hotel or fax number to send the authorization to. Second, this credit card information will only be visible to the traveler within the app 24 hours prior to the check-in and 24 hours after you check out. This is yet another VCN security control measure that we have implemented. That said, both the hotel and your accounting department will have full access to the virtual credit card information at all times if needed. Now at check-in, you may encounter one of the primary challenges of virtual cards. Some hotel properties, mostly Marriott's, require a second form of authorization form to be filled out. In the next slide, we'll go over how to fill out this form and get you checked in as quickly as possible. This is an example of a certified form that some hotel properties will require you to complete to check in. If you stay at a property that requires this form, you, the traveler, will need to fill out this form and sign in order to authorize a hotel to make any charges to the virtual card. The form will require the following information: traveler name, confirmation number, check-in and check-out dates, department billing address. Note, this will be provided by your travel coordinator or accounting department. Check-in items to be charged will be identified as well. So please be sure to only check for room, tax, and any resort fees that are applicable. Finally, the full credit card details should be provided as well: the 16-digit credit card number, CVV, and expiration date. Travelers using the Confirmapay mobile app will be able to pull up full credit card information on the spot and fill out this form. Travelers that do not have the app will need to contact the CalTravelStore by phone for assistance getting the credit card information. Now that we've got you into the hotel, let's go over the checkout process. To check out, please make sure to make your way to the front desk. Because you provided two different forms of payment, you'll need to ask for the hotel to provide you with two folios. The first folio will be for your room taxes and any resort fees on the virtual credit card. The second will be for any incidentals and any parking on your personal card. Make sure to audit both folios before leaving the property. Verify that your personal credit card was not charged for the room and tax and resort fees. If the hotel has inadvertently charged the wrong card, please ask for the front desk to correct it before you leave. Travelers must also submit the hotel folio paid for with the virtual card to their accounting department as soon as possible. The VCN hotel charges are now an invoice paid by your department. Your department needs the hotel folio so it can reconcile the charges on their Citibank statement. Without the folio on hand, they cannot pay the bill on time. Securing a copy of the folio is a requirement to use VCN. Finally, when submitting your travel expense claim, it is required to also provide a copy of the folio, so make sure to keep a copy for your records. Fortunately, the Confirmapay mobile app also provides a quick, easy way to get this folio to the accounting department in seconds, which we'll go through shortly. For travelers that are using the Confirmapay mobile app, here's a quick guide to the upload function. Again, find the hotel stay for which you wish to upload the folio and scroll to the bottom of the page. Select Receipts, and this will take you to the middle screen. To upload the folio, select the Add Receipt button designated by the camera icon. This will take you to the far right screen. When uploading a folio on the Confirmapay mobile app, you will be presented with 3 different options. The first, you can take a picture of the folio or upload an existing picture from your phone's library. You can also upload a document. Most hotel rewards programs will send you a copy or PDF version of the folio. And finally, you can send an email directly with the folio to be uploaded to Confirmapay. Folios are retained in the app. If you ever lose the physical copy of the hotel folio, you can always access Confirma on the Confirmapay app or download any previously uploaded folios from here. If you are not using the Confirmapay mobile app, you may submit your folio via email to the centralized email address your department has set up. Please speak with your department's travel coordinator to request that email address. We've now covered everything you need to know to use VCN to pay for lodging. We'll end with the next slide with some situational scenarios we have encountered and how to overcome them while traveling. Below, we'll review some situational scenarios that we've encountered while using VCN and how to overcome them. The hotel does not accept my Confirmapay authorization form. If the hotel does not accept the Confirmapay authorization form, 99% of the time, the property requires their own credit card authorization form to be completed. This is the certified form we covered earlier. If you have a Confirmapay mobile app, please follow the steps below. First, open the Confirmapay mobile app. Second, navigate to your current stay and find the full credit card details, 16-digit credit card number, expiration date, and CVV code. Fill out the hotel's credit card authorization form using the credit card details and submit it back to the hotel. If you do not have a mobile app, please reach out to the CalTravelStore travel agents for assistance. I need to shorten or extend my stay. Do not have the hotel make any changes to your reservation. Changes to an existing reservation should only be made in Concur or by calling CalTravelStore at 877-454-8785. If a change is made to the check-in and check-out dates, room rate, etc., the changes will be made and the adjustments will be applied directly to the same virtual card that was used to pay for the hotel room. If a cancellation is made and a reservation is booked at a new hotel, a new virtual credit card will be deployed to the new hotel. The hotel will not give me both folios. This scenario may occur because the initial authorization form was sent to the hotel comes directly from the state's contracted travel agency, CalTravelStore. Some hotel staff may not relinquish the hotel folio to the traveler because they are not named as the paying party, even though the traveler's name is on the folio. In the unlikely event that the hotel front desk will not provide you with a copy of the folio, there are several options that you can choose from. First, try to explain to the front desk hotel staff that CalTravelStore is the sole contracted travel agency for the state of California and the reservation was made on your behalf. You can also speak to the hotel front desk supervisor and explain the above and inform the supervisor that a folio is required by the department in order to reconcile the payment. The third option is to leave the hotel, but contact the hotel accounting office at a later date or time to obtain a copy of the folio directly from them. The fourth option, if you have a rewards program with a hotel, typically you'll receive an email with a copy of the folio anyhow. Additionally, you will have the respective hotel's mobile app. You will also be able to access the folio directly from the email, and email it to yourself or your accounting office. As a last resort, you can contact your designated travel administration support staff to secure a copy of the VCN from the hotel for you. I cannot find a hotel within the short-term lodging reimbursement rate. The use of VCN does not change any of the policies previously established by the state of California or your respective department. If you cannot find a hotel meeting the short-term reimbursement rate, an excess lodging form, STD 255C, can be used to exceed the state rate in the respective county. The 255C must be approved prior to your trip. $250 and below can be approved in-house by your department. Anything above $250 must be sent to CalHR for approval. Note that a 255C that requires CalHR approval may take several weeks to approve. Finally, in the event the VCN fails or is not accepted by the hotel, travelers should be prepared for the unlikely event or the possibility of having to use their personal credit card to pay for the hotel room. This concludes our VCN training. If you have any questions, please contact your travel coordinator, or you can email Statewide Travel Program for any questions. Thank you for attending this training.